米中関係第2期オバマ政権の政策提言、要するにこれら若い専門家の方々がオバマ政権に対してどういうふうな政策提言をするということをこれから発表していただくことになります。でモデレーターですけれども、こちらにいらっしゃいますジェニファー・ターナーさん、ドクター・ジェニファー・ターナー、彼女はウッドロー美術の国際アピールセンターに中国環境フォーラムの部長でいらっしゃいます。それから、次にお話しなさるのがドクター・デレック・シザーズ of the Heritage Foundation、ヘリテージ財団のデレック・シザーズさん、そしてミスター・ナタニアル・アーレンス of CSIS、そして、メラニー・ハート、で彼女は、すみません、センター for American Progress からいらっしゃっているお状況です。
Time is very short. There's a Chinese idiom, and the interpreters don't know the Chinese, but it's ting ting dian shui, which is literally the dragonfly skims the water. So we don't have much time, so we're going to first have these three, and then I'll do talk a bit about their area of work, their focus on economics, energy trade, industrial innovation. And then in the Q&A, your job will be to help us dive deep with the questions, okay? Just checking, making sure you're with me here. All right.
That there are three possible outcomes for the Chinese economy going forward: maintain its expansion, slow sharply, or stop. And slow sharply and stop are much more likely than China's economy maintaining its expansion. So that's the bottom line, which I'll try to get to. There are a lot of disagreements on policy, economic policy, of course, here in the US and China, everywhere, but there is agreement on where prosperity comes from. It comes from the productivity of land, the productivity of labor, and the productivity of capital. Innovation is a factor in all those things, so we usually say that prosperity comes from land, labor, capital, and innovation.
The rise of China, we all know, has created a lot of anxiety and insecurities. I think we've seen that in Japan. We're also seeing it in the United States. And that seems to have picked up ever since the economic crisis. There's emerged from the economic crisis this narrative that ties the US and China together, where China's rising and there's a perceived American decline happening as well. And these two are somehow interlinked, and I think you probably feel it here in Japan too, with some of the economic stagnation. And one of the reasons people get that feeling is they get the sense that China's really moving up the value chain. When China was the factory of the world, the workshop, it was less disturbing to at least the segment of the population that's bothered now. But now that they're rising up, it's become more worrisome. And this is partly because of some of the technological advances that seem to be happening there. Things like the recent aircraft carrier operations.